Here we go again. In this video, we explore the WordPad program, which, like Notepad, comes included with Windows. This text editor is richer than Notepad and more flexible, but it does not work for some things like writing code, since it contains hidden edit control characters that your browser wouldn't understand. Like Notepad, we've set up WordPad to be in the taskbar, so it is launched with a single click. The WordPad menu has three broad choices: File, Home, View. The File choice provides us with two panes. On the right, the list of the most recent files you've edited with WordPad. Clicking on one of these brings that document up into the edit screen. On the left, some familiar menu choices, plus some new ones. Note on this, each of the choices includes one underlined letter. This is the shortcut character. Pressing the Control key plus this letter jumps you to that menu choice. WordPad is a richer product than Notepad, with these features that you might find useful. You can change font face, size, weight, and color for all or just parts of text. You can mark up text with the strike-through capability, or use subscript and/or superscript notations, as well as underline text, or indicate an italic style for some or all of a string. You can mark up text as if it's been highlighted. You can left justify, center, right justify, or full justify the text. Full justify makes both left and right margins even by spacing out letters and words to fill a line. As shown in this example, which I've filled with extraneous text to have several lines to work with, and the classic word anti-disestablishmentarianism to see how they affect this justification. Notice before and after. One possible WordPad application that kind of popped in my mind is that you can create invitations that you can then either print and mail or print as a PDF file and send as an email attachment. Let's take a minute and see how that might work. We launch WordPad and type in the key pieces. I did a little of the typing in advance. And now we'll center this so it looks sort of like an invitation, and then go on a hunt for an appropriate font. Let's try this. It's kind of small. Let's make it a little larger. Not bad. It's elegant, but it's kind of hard to read. Let's try something else. And go down, and maybe this. Oh, no, that's not me. Let's try a different one. So we'll find another font and select it. And, well, you get the idea. If you print these to mail, do it on heavy stock and cut to size. You can use this approach for name tags, small labels, and more. Here's a couple of tips for working with WordPad. First, if you want to insert a character your keyboard doesn't have, like, say, a cent sign, there are a number of ways to accomplish this. Perhaps the simplest is go to a document you know contains the character and copy and paste. If you don't know of a document with the character, run a search. Note, I use DuckDuckGo.com instead of Google.com, but the concept's the same. You type in what it is you're searching for, in this case, cent sign, ask for the search, get the responses back, choose one, I right-click, open it in a new tab, go there, and there it is. So select it, and then Control-C to put it into the clipboard, and then go find my document, and Control-V to paste it, and there we are. Second, line spacing is sometimes challenging in WordPad. As you type, when you reach the end of a line, the line is automatically continued for you with some space between lines. When you press Enter, a new paragraph begins with a different amount of space. You have some small amount of control over this spacing. If you use this icon, it shows you 4 choices for spacing of lines within a paragraph and whether or not you want to add some extra space at the end of each paragraph. Also, here's a trick. Shift-Enter starts a new line with just the amount of space between lines in a paragraph instead of the amount of space between paragraphs. This can help you when you are building a list and you want them all to be in a paragraph, so they all belong within the paragraph instead of being separate paragraphs. Also, notice the Find, Replace, and Select All choices on the far right of the ribbon. Familiar concepts, just a slightly different interface. Now I want to demonstrate a very useful feature, the ability to include pictures and other objects in your document. The center of this facility is the Insert set of icons. Here's an example. Suppose you're going to create a holiday letter and want to include some pictures. So we get our base going, and then we go to the picture icon and click on the downward pointing caret and select Picture, and we get a File Explorer type dialog to point to where the picture is on our computer. Hope you don't mind if I use a picture of our granddaughter. Once you have a picture in your document, you can resize it. And you can replace the picture into the possibly resized space containing your original picture. You can move your picture around using tabs or spaces, even the Justify commands. Hopefully, you see the potentials here. If you select Paint Drawing, you're actually placed into the Paint application, and whatever you draw there will be inserted in your document when you close Paint. I'll not demonstrate here since we've not yet discussed Paint. Note you can insert a date timestamp with various format options, but no header or footer settings. Although you can also insert other kinds of objects, I never do this. Another tip, if you want to produce a document in landscape format, you must specify that in the page setup choice, where you can also change margins for either landscape or portrait formats and request page numbers. Finally, I wanted to take a quick look at the View menu. Notice the zoom controls as well as the slider in the lower right corner of the dock. This can help you see more on your screen. Also, you can have a ruler line display at the top and a status line, including the slider, at the bottom, or not. And some miscellaneous controls on the right of the ribbon. Oh, I almost forgot, and it's so important. When you Save As, you want to choose Rich Text Document. While you can use the OpenOffice or Open Document formats, it will be difficult to go back. And the plain text format drops all the formatting in pictures and other inserted objects. Use Notepad for that kind of thing. Rich text documents are saved with a .rtf extension for rich text format. So, that's WordPad. It's clean, simple, elegant, just the right number of bells and whistles to be useful for a wide range of documents. Up next, we take a look at the surprising Paint application. See you there.